Hey, today's topic, the ketogenic diet or keto. Is it a good thing for you? Before we get started, my name is Dan Martin. I've been a certified personal trainer since 2008. I've owned and operated a bunch of studios and continue to work in the industry, actively working with clients on a day-to-day basis with both fitness and nutrition. So the ketogenic diet was first discovered, researched, and used for people with epilepsy, and it proved to be very effective. For most people with epilepsy, it would decrease seizures by 50%, and in certain populations, it would decrease them all the way up to 90%. And the really interesting thing is that for a lot of people, they would only do one bout of it a specific amount of time, and then they never had to do it again, and it would remain effective for reducing those seizures. So it was started as a medical intervention, and it wasn't seen as a long-term solution. But the research showed pretty conclusively that it did have good long-term effects. It has become popularized over the past decade or so as a dietary intervention, but not a medical dietary intervention. So it still is used for people with epilepsy, but it started getting popularized and used a lot more for weight loss. For me personally, I don't like to use a super high-fat diet because it doesn't make me feel great and it doesn't make me perform well. I do know people that have used it and have been successful with weight loss, but I do know that most people don't stick to it for the long term. And that's okay. A dietary or nutrition intervention doesn't need to be something that lasts forever. It can be something that you do and then move on from. Now, as far as the ketogenic diet for general population, I do think that there are better ways to lose weight. I think that there are more sustainable ways to lose weight. I also feel that for some people, it can be a less than optimal pathway. So the ketogenic diet says that they use this 4-to-1 ratio a lot of times when you're we're talking about the actual dietary intervention of it. And that means that you're 4-to-1 on the calories you get from fat versus the calories you get from carbohydrate and protein. Fat is a satiating macronutrient. Protein is better. Carbohydrate is the least satiating nutrient. So I understand the desire to use fat as this magic bullet. And there definitely is something to getting into ketosis. It does do things to your body. It does use fat in ways that usually carbohydrates and protein are used. But I do not see it as a long-term diet solution. I know there's people out there that push it and that's kind of their brand and keto is their thing, but I think that it's that way because they've branded themselves that way and they sell products based on that, whether it's a nutrition coach who uses the word keto for their specific product, or if you're looking at dietary products that use the word keto as a buzzword. And I think a lot of stuff that got popularized in the last 10 to 15 years is that, right? If you dig in deep, I think you'll realize that the keto diet is not necessarily one designed for a long-term plan. Like I said, it was shown in lots and lots of research that after the first bout, you don't need to keep doing it, and you will still have these positive effects for epilepsy of reduction of seizures. Likewise, you may very well have a great weight loss journey or a great start to a weight loss journey, and you may see some great reduction using the ketogenic diet, but I don't see it as a long-term magic bullet or even a long-term solution in general. Again, I've worked with a lot of people with fitness and nutrition, and in general, I take a eat lean protein, eat lots of whole foods, fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, certain grains. That's the best way to go. But to really keep it sustainable, I don't see the keto diet as being a great long-term play. Again, it's not the worst thing in the world. It does have valid medical uses, but I don't see it as something other than a marketing ploy that worked. It worked really well as a marketing ploy. It's pleasing to say the word keto, right? Keto, keto, keto. It's a very pleasing word to say, and you think that you've found this magic bullet because it does work, usually because it's calorie restriction. Sure, there's other positive effects that come with it, but again, I don't see it as a long-term play for most people. All right, I hope you have a great day. I hope that this was informative. Feel free to drop a comment down below. I like interacting with people on these videos. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. Give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And I'll keep doing these. I really enjoy just sharing my years of experience in this field. And I'm not saying the information that I share is the end-all be-all, but I do have a lot of experience working with people directly, and I do have a lot of medical professionals that I have worked with on this stuff over the years. So I do have a good handle on the knowledge base, and I do continue to read the research, and I do continue to talk to medical professionals and dietitians, nutritionists, and I'm a geek for this stuff. So again, drop a comment down below, sub to the channel if you like it. There is a membership option if you feel like really supporting and kicking a couple bucks in. Great. And if you don't, no worries. And if you feel like I'm full of it, drop that down in the comments too. I'm here for it. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Over and out.